Oh, hey, so we were chatting about this on our Facebook Live for regular people and thought we'd pop over to our agents channel and talk about it there from our point of view as we're helping buyers and sellers sell and buy houses. This is a topic that comes up often, and it's something we need to be aware of because it contributes to the overall cost of a home. And so wherever we can help them notice and see and solve the problem of energy inefficiencies, it's going to help them in the long run. So we had a few things that we were talking about specifically, and just a few, additions that can be put into your home that can make a big difference over time. It's also kind of nice if you've got sellers doing this, if they're trying to save some money and they can still make sure that the house is nice and warm and toasty in the winter when buyers come in. Yes. That's a win for all of us, right?
That's right. So, obviously first one's, not a big secret, but programmable thermostats. We did share, some tips to save up to 10%. So we really wanted to give, the statistic that 7 to 10 degree change for an 8-hour period. Again, if it's an empty house or a house that, just at night, or if people are gone at school and work every day, that during those times, it can save up to 10% for the year by changing the temperature for several hours. And it's not running while nobody's there enjoying it. Additionally, this was one that I have never heard before, but I found this statistic and I thought it was interesting and needed to be shared. It was talking about older appliances. And they were saying that even 20 years old, as old as 20 years ago, even if it's Energy Star, that today's products, you could save that today's Energy Star products, appliances, can save 25% energy and 75% water consumption in these products than just 20 years ago. So at least in my neighborhood, a lot of the houses are about, coming about 15, 16 years old. Many people probably changed their appliances. I have a lot of my original appliances, or at least the appliances that were here 10 years ago when I bought the house, or 9, but regardless, people aren't necessarily flipping them that fast. But again, if people are thinking about selling or putting off replacing them and they're not sure and they don't want to, maybe convincing them or letting them know about these savings in other ways. It's not just a selling point, but until they do decide to sell, they have something new and that's efficient for them as well. And then the last thing is just utilizing smart light bulbs, utilizing smart outlets. That's something my house just started doing in the last month, and how much you can save on that. You can, there's universal plugs out there, universal outlets out there that you just add, to the front. It's not replacing an entire outlet. It's like it
like plugs into the outlet, right? So it's almost like a tiny extension cord with no extension.
Correct. And you can find universal ones that work for Google and for Amazon, and of course you can find ones that are very, that are sold by Amazon or sold by Google. But those, you can make all these programs on your app, or you can talk to Alexa and tell her to turn them on, turn them off. So it's just that, that TV that you don't watch, except, I don't know if you're like me, but my TVs maybe get turned on twice a week. The computers and things like that are always on, but the TVs, why pull it? It's called a vampire electronic, where
there's a little bit of electricity running to these appliances and electronics all the time. If they are plugged in, they are on, and Absolutely. They don't need to be.
So just saying, Alexa, turn on the TV, turn on.
Just make sure if you've got your DVR to set something that you're not turning it off during that time. But other than that, it's a great way to save electricity that you're truly not using, and then just be smart about some, habits and program for those that can't be habits. And you can save your clients a significant amount of money. And then, again, from our sales standpoint, if it's winter, this is the opposite in the summer, but same thing. And you've got a vacant house, make sure that they've got that programmed, to turn the heat up about an hour before a showing. Mm-hmm. And then it can go back down immediately after. And
nobody wants to stay in a cold house or a hot house.
it certainly doesn't feel like home when you walk
Very
in.
long. No,
So,
absolutely.
all right. Well, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next week on
Bye.
Real Estate.